You think that it's not the right fit. And look, I have my doubts, but there is someone out there that does think it's the right fit, Zach. And one of the baseball writers, Jon Heyman, he thinks, hey, this is the destination, which we can react more on the other side. But let's play that clip about Santander.
Santander, right. I don't have him up there, so I'm glad that was asked. I do think the Jays are the most likely candidate for him. I've seen Detroit. Detroit's got a pretty good young outfield. I don't see that as that likely. Angels, again, same with Alonso. I think they're apart on the years. As I said, Artie, the Angels do want another big bat. He would qualify. Complicates the situation, though. You get him, then Ward's the center fielder. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know. They might have to rejigger things. So Santander is not the best fit for Detroit or the Angels. Toronto, to me, makes the most sense.
So I'm with you. I don't think that Toronto is the best fit. There is one place I do think he's a very good fit, and it's good for this team if they make this move. And Zach, I know you know where I'm going with this. I wonder if Rocco does.
Go ahead.
They've just been winning for years in the American League. Some say they're trying to reach
outfielder,
and they did just get rid of a quarter outfielder about a month ago. 2 months ago.
Doug Dimmadome. The Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Fellas, dude, I think that, to me, if I'm Tony, if you're chasing the money and Toronto gives you the best deal and you want to take that, I will. Congrats. Happy for him. I just haven't bought what's been happening with Toronto. It just hasn't been working out. But Houston – Houston looks like, if I'm a hitter too, why wouldn't I want to go there? Short porch and left. Tony is one of those bats that can put up another big year. You have Yordan Alvarez, you have Altuve there still. Man, I think Tony would fit perfectly for the Houston Astros. I just don't think Toronto or the Angels, you're only going there to me if you're chasing the money, because I don't think the winning is going to have that opportunity that Houston would provide, Zach.
Yeah, I think if Tony is looking for a place with a clear direction, Toronto definitely is not the place, because I have no clue what's going on in Toronto. It feels like every single year they are playing this very interesting balanced job of, hey, we might go for it or we might tear this entire thing down, and nobody knows. You know, we sit there and they talk about, hey, they're in on Corbin, they're in on Juan Soto, they're in on Shohei Ohtani. Oh, hey, they're in on trading for this guy. They get Andres Jimenez. You know, they go make these trades. Like, okay, but then it's also, hey, if the right deal comes up, they could trade Vladdy. They could trade Bo Bichette. And you're like, what is going on? You know, Vladdy's a free agent after this season. If I'm Tony, I want to know if Vladdy's staying if I'm signing here for 5-6 years. You know, am I about to sign here just for, you know, Vladdy to leave, you ship off Bo, and then I'm sitting here by myself and, you know, I have to endure another rebuild. You know, it just doesn't sound, and like you said, Ryan, if that's where the money is and, you know, that's where he wants to go, earned every, you know, earned every dollar of that. But I think if you want to go perfect fit, I think it's Houston. I think that would be – I wouldn't mind him out in L.A., but that's mostly because then I wouldn't have to really, you know – I could just
Dodgers or Angels, though?
Angels. If he went to the Dodgers –
I would hate it if he went to the Angels because, again, he'd be rotting in L.A. with the Angels. He would be freaking rotting. That organization cannot figure it out. They don't have a clue right now, and I don't see them figuring it out anytime soon. I would hate to see him there. It would be awful. Absolutely not.
I'm just trying to root for the guy.
Oh man, you want to see this? You want to see this guy succeed, but not succeed in a way where it's going to be like in New York with the Yankees or in Boston with the Red Sox. The Astros, it would suck, but like, I think everyone can come to the collective agreement that they'd love to see Tony Tater succeed. He was a fan favorite, former Rule 5 pick. I mean, what the guy has had to endure here in Baltimore over the course of his career wasn't great at times, but he's battled through it. And he was able to go to back-to-back postseasons with them. And then he hits 40-plus home runs last season. So he's a guy that you root for because of how he's grown. and what he's done and who he is. So would love to see him on a contender, but again, I don't want to see him rot at all. So, if he follows the money, great. What's best for him and his family and his career, don't blame him, but would love to see him holding a World Series trophy high at some point in time if he's not going to do it here in Baltimore.
Rooting against the Orioles, you just want another
I'm
team
just-
in the World Series.
I can't wait to see Santander hoist the World Series title with the Yankees, is the
That
exact
was
quote
the
from
hardest thing you
Rocco
could
I didn't say
DeSango.
that. I didn't say that. I put
That was like verbatim.